Whoa! I just zoomed in too much. Ah, I got it. I figured it out.
What?
Figured out how to zoom in. And a double tap. Use both fingers. It doesn't matter. I got it. It was all small.
Oh shit. I'm waiting for around 8 o'clock now because 8 o'clock is usually reversal. So either 7:45 or 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna wait and see what the reversal gives us. It might just gives us a retest to re-enter. So I might enter that way. Let me see. So if it goes back to this fair value gap right here, 50%, I'm gonna take that as a short.
There's a speaker speaking today too. How?
Yeah.
So I've been told.
Yeah, 8:30. Damn, it went down. It went down almost 200 points.
Dude, this thing's being like I can't scroll down
And what?
on the charts. Like I can't go see lower numbers. The resets, it constantly resets.
You talking about when you do this, it goes back?
Yeah,
Like,
see, I can't ever go
yeah,
that
go
low.
here. Go press chart
Where?
settings and then go to auto fit chart. I mean, not auto fit, my bad. Go to continuous auto fit and press off.
Hold on now. What was that? What'd you put
Go
for chart
to
settings?
chart settings and then go to continuous
Oh,
auto fit
I got
and
you.
turn that off.
Nice. That fix. Okay, that fixes a lot of things. Appreciate that. It's kind of cool that this marks automatically marked out the high a day and low a day.
What does?
My chart. And mine are automatically plot. I guess they're overnights technically. The overnight high and overnight low. So I don't have to go back and hunt it down.
I wonder how long she's speaking for.
Actually, I don't know. Knowing politicians, man.
Damn, I should have just hopped in the short in the beginning.
Yeah, that would have been an easy day. I've decided to only trade micros from now on.
Why?
Because
Wait, why?
I blew 2 or 3 accounts.
So you just mean you decided to scale down?
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it.
And then scroll back like a day, and then come back, and it usually updates. Here comes the EMA now interacting with VWAP. Did we tag the 20s? Not yet. EMA is starting to give a reaction, so this is going to be a place to find some information. Do we continue here, or do we continue dumping? Or do we bounce? We could bounce as well. Here you go. Bouncing off the EMA. What's the reaction here in the 320s? There's your TP, Dave. Let's go, King. Love seeing it. Let's get it. Let's go. Bella, good morning, Queen. Welcome in. Appreciate you for being here, showing some support. If you're watching Ty's show, love and drop the likes. Be patient, guys, and wait for your setups. Plenty of opportunities this week. I love it, Pat. Absolutely. If you guys are finding any value being a part of this community, show the love button some attention. Let's get that thing smashed. Try to hit our 40 like stream goal. I know it's big. But
I should have took the short off this.
Family could set the precedence. Morning, I catch that buy, and right now I see some reversal could happen if sellers keep dumping. Target will be the low of day. You caught the buying off the lows, Amy. I love hearing it.
It went down 50 points, bro.
Could target low of day.
That's insane, huh?
That went, yeah, from just right here.
Crazy to see.
Yeah.
That would have been.
I mean, this right here is giving us
I would have been straight.
where we could be heading.
That would have been $1,000 for me.
Boom. Order filled. Order filled. Let's fucking go, Dave. Love hearing it. Yo, D. Good morning, King. What up, brother? Welcome in. 234 on full porting. Just a fucking full port. One time on a Monday when we have a big week ahead of us, like we didn't, like we're just gamblers. Put it all on black. Put it all on red.
Order filled.
I'm in a short.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. All right, we'll see.
You didn't have to get in.
I gotta learn somehow.
Yeah.
I gotta learn this system too.
Dude, I can't even see my orders.
Why?
Because I have... Let me put them on show.
I just gotten used to Top Steps, like system program. And I gotta learn a whole nother one. But Top Step was wanting like $600 to reset an account, and I just can't do that right now.
They want $600 to reset?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. I'm gonna probably get out of this.
Order filled.
I got out of there. I entered the wrong amount.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I forgot. I'm trading on
See,
2 accounts.
I lost 50 cents.
You lost 50 cents? How if I won? I won $20 in there.
I don't think I got in right when you did. So.
I'm at 505. Look, my pay's at 505 on my combine.
Dude, where do you see?
New Mexico.
Where do you see your total?
What do you mean my
Like
total?
for the account. For the account.
Right here? 50,000?
Right
50,000? I have,
okay. Well,
and then I have 505 on my combine, and look, my funded, I have $657 on it. Let me see if I could take out anything.
that's not for today, is it?
Yeah, that's today. Look, today's P&L.
Oh.
P&L, see? I took a trade yesterday. Remember I called you?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So yesterday
Yeah,
was
okay,
this
so I got
morning.
$14.
Yeah, it still doesn't show on Tradeify
What do you mean?
that I took that trade or that I'm up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't show that I'm up. If this goes all the way to this, I'm going to try to take it down.
All right.
But it's 8. I might just wait until after the speaker is done.
Yeah, that might be wise.
love it, Santiago. A little bit of a full port never hurt nobody. Surely this couldn't keep selling off here, right? I mean, if I just keep doing the martingale strategy, you know, if I put a micro on and I'm losing, I do 2 micros and lose, and then 4 micros and lose, and then 8, right? Eventually I have to hit a winner, right? NASDAQ selling off into the 300 whole number here. EMA cutting through the VWAP aggressively. Selling continuing here from the 23.570s, or the 550s when we rejected the New York Open. Down into the 290s. Gross, family. $40 off a 300-point sell-off. 40 points off a 300-point sell-off. I can't wait for this week. Woo! It's a big week ahead. Starting right now, King. Right in front of you guys. 260-point sell-off. Right from market open. Crazy. This is the opportunity that we were talking about. Full port always hurts me, LOL. Absolutely, Victor. They're terrible. Quick way to lose a lot of money. You can make some money, but it's quite literally a gamble unless your setup is just divine. To usually put on a full port, you don't have a lot of risk. You have a very small drawdown to hit. And so to hit a trade within that window is usually not easy at all. Requires a bit of luck. Obviously talent, skill, you know, consistency. You can see the market 1,000 times. Eventually you'll find
Dude, we might take out this low.
to ask for it consistently is
You think so?
insane, though.
Yeah, bro. We're in fucking war.
Welcome in.
We ain't looking at longs.
Hope you're feeling great.
Fuck no.
Great Monday start to your week. Big week ahead
That's
of
funny.
us. Nothing but opportunities. Rough day for me. Blue 60.
See, look.
Tough to hear, King. Tough to hear, but no worries. Reload those babies. I promise you it's going to be a big week. So reload those evals. Keep that confidence high.
Yeah, it's trending.
Take
That's
good
for sure.
setups. All we got to do is take good setups here. Take high quality trades, and the NASDAQ is moving. So we have a chance to get some payments. Where do we just sell into? The 290s.
High quality trades, bro.
Where do we come up from here?
Dude, it's telling me to call you and it's priority.
Me?
Yeah, my phone is still, because I missed your call, so it shows like priority. And it says call him real quick. I was like, what the fuck?
But how and when is the question. Here's an EMA touch.
That's
if you want
funny.
to try this one, you could. Not my favorite setup.
Dude, I'm trying to end this month with $4,000
Possibly.
in payouts. Let's go. Today and tomorrow left.
Don't know.
That'd be crazy.
This might be.
Excuse me. A good amount of volume contracts right there. So it's 2,400 contracts. Second highest of the day so far is 27. So if this continues to find some. Interesting. You have a good amount of volume down there at the lows. Do we get continuation?
If this turns around and comes down,
For that to be a
gonna
reversal
take
signal,
it.
I'd have to see that being a selling attempt for that much contracts. All part of the process, and then the winning, Absolutely, Joel. All part of the process, Bonnie, and then the winning. Yes, sir. Love hearing it. Love seeing it. That confidence. Keep that confidence high. You guys are great traders. We have a fantastic, incredible community. It just requires just doing it every day, detaching from what happens, even when you take a loss. Even when you take a win, try to
Fuck.
detach, recognize.
I shoulda
that
got
all we're
in.
trying to do is read these price actions. What happens in between is our decision making, and that's how we get rewarded.
How low is it gonna go?
Good decisions, family.
How low?
High quality setups and have good discipline.
Yeah.
I
Just got
told
my
you, look,
activation eligibility
it could
email.
come all the way down
It's
here.
Crazy.
Gonna get in right now.
That is actually incredible. Very quick. What's up, Tyler? Good
no,
evening,
it's
bro.
already
Good
too
evening
late.
to you as well.
Fuck.
Welcome in, King.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I wanted to get in right here.
Hope you're having a good Monday start. Big week ahead of us. A lot of volume traded here on that bottom right there. Are we going to find continuation up into the VWAP? Auctioning at the EMA currently. I'd like to see a VWAP attempt to join the selling possibly. Anything below the 350s I'd be willing to take a stab at. Powell comes on in 28 minutes, so be careful, be patient. Santiago, if you've seen the 518 of the message I said up there, you could have caught that nice scalp. He was hinting at it. Let's go, word. Congrats, Dave. 100%, Joel. I'm looking for my third daily payout in a row. I believe it. I'm up 657 on my fundeds. Let's go, King. I believe. Another little tiny trade, and you're going to be there. Yes, sir. Up 600 across 4 fundeds. $2,400 total. Absolutely, Andrew. Hell yes, King. Great start to the week. Big Monday, and ahead of a giant volatility week. Again, red folder event every single day, as well as the VIX being above 30 right now. We have Powell speaking in 27 minutes. Tomorrow's JOLTS. Wednesday's retail sales. Thursday is unemployment claims. And then Friday, ending with NFP, non-farm payroll. On a VIX 30, oh my days. And war, oh goodness. I'm willing to try a VWAP short here, family. I think it could come up a little bit higher than VWAP, unfortunately. I'm willing to take a stab at it. I think we could come back up into like the bottom 15-minute range. But I don't want to be left
Look, I'm watching this dude.
I'm going to try a VWAP bottom.
Yeah.
347 sell.
He's selling that VWAP.
See if we
That
can
VWAP.
above. Unfortunately, because of that entry, though, my stop will have to
Right
be
here.
about 30 points.
He's
above
selling
the,
that 333.
range bottom. That'd be a little bit more, actually. Almost 40 points.
Oh, it's already there.
Almost 40 points of a risk
All right.
on this trade. It's a 2
We're
to
going
1,
right
though.
now?
I could make 15.
I don't know if I'm doing
I'm
that.
risking 8 to make 15.
I
Nearly
don't-
2 to 1.
I mean, it's not a bad idea because
Congrats, guys.
there's still
Love to see
this
all
low
the
to take
Let's
out.
go. 100%, Joe. Love to see it as well. All the goopas gooping. You can't keep a goopa down.
Did he
10
just say
more,
all the
family.
goop is
Let's
gooping?
fucking go,
Yeah,
fam. You
this
guys have already
dude-
smashed 30 likes.
His thing is
10
at
more,
347
140.
actually.
Crazy.
He's looking for buys at
Yeah, he's asking
347
for
or
it.
sells at
Really,
347.
New
What
Year's.
the fuck is wrong with his VWAP?
We were asking for
I think his
20.
VWAP is backward.
You guys
I think his
started
VWAP is fucking.
Started crushing 30s. And then y'all been on top of it like nothing happens, showing love every single day. It means the most. And now our goal is 40 possibly. What? Who? Where? Just locked myself out an hour so I don't FOMO in, LOL. I like that, Noah. Wait for Powell. Powell speaks in 26 minutes. I'm trying a VWAP touch here. It's not honestly my favorite setup as we're trying to find some support through the EMA, but I'm going to still take an attempt at it. Risking about 40 points on this to make the 15, so it's a 2 to 1. Yeah, we'll see how we do. We'll see how it goes. If I said wait for all your best setups, this isn't my best setup, so you know, but I do like it. I do like it, but it's not my A++, but I'm not funded, so I don't have to take only my pluses. Well, she teased us. She teased us over the yeah, that's fucking that's weird to think that we're all taking. I take trades off
Bless
the
you.
VWAP all the time.
Thank you.
I could be doing it off information that's inaccurate. What are you trying to do to me, Nazi? No. What are you trying to do to me, Nazi? Here comes a VWAP attempt, though, on my chart at least. Look like the buyers want to come back into the 15-minute range. That's kind of what I'm seeing, too. But I kind of actually want to short them trying that. The Jedi. We'll see what happens. Mine is called the CE VWAP, so maybe a different one than you use. Could be that.
Damn.
Gold's about to take London shorts are
What?
there. Take out those low shorts are there. It shows 80% off.
You see
if
that?
Log in
Kendall?
because it offers you 80% off.
Jeez.
That's a 50-point candle, bro.
I'm gonna try a 15-minute range bottom sell. I'm gonna be in at
The green one?
70s.
Yeah, this green one is now more than 50 points. It's like
I'm at the 70s because I want to see
60
what the
point
rebound.
candle.
action at the bottom of the bottom of the VWAP is. Taking a short at the bottom 15-minute range. Can we get a fill here? NQ and gold are correlated assets low key. Sometimes they go very deviated. You have to scroll when you change.
And now it's
charts
dropping
to
back
activate
down.
VWAP. Did I not do that? Did I not do that? 362. Look at me just not getting.
Oh, got up to where he was saying.
Wanting to leave without me into the
347?
Now I really don't like my order. So the only
It got up to
thing
347.
Now is if I do.
No, I got all the way up to 360 to the 15-minute. It almost retested the 15-minute.
Here a little bit more.
I see that.
MNQ and NQ VWAP can
Yeah,
go on
see?
different prices.
Mhm.
Still like a bottom 15-minute range rejection. The same.
Here's the
same on all our
15-minute.
charts. Yes, that is the same, and that is also what I'm trying to find a short on here, Corey.
Oh, I see.
That selling reaction there to then get continuation though, so might have to try this VWAP instead of where I was. Still want to see a 50-minute range bottom though. We'll see. We'll be patient. 350 is everything now. If holds more sellers, if break up buyers.
I want to get in the trade, but I don't want to get in with Powell speaking.
VWAP. He's saying VWAP.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
Crazy how everyone's
Wait,
different
who
strategies
is
line
Powell?
up.
Is that a girl or a guy?
Same story. Above VWAP bullish, a below
I don't
bearish,
know.
VWAP bearish. I like
Who the
that
fuck is
analysis.
Powell? Is
Bro,
that
all
the
these wicks are
president's
crazy.
smart friend?
Super
Who the
strong
fuck is
right
that?
now, Victor, 100%.
I don't think so.
Come give me a fill at these 370s and then go ahead and die. Then go ahead and die. The 65s are the lows and Asia highs and lows. The 65s. 65s in the London and Asia high and lows. 65s in the London.
I'm trying to make close to 4
London,
million in
Asia
the market.
high.
No, I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't mind.
That's what I'm trying to be. You see the retest? If this test is this, I might get in. But I'm waiting for Powell.
Order filled.
Now it filled us.
Oh, he got in. He got in.
Well, the
You heard that?
DMA still is right where it is.
Oh, he sold?
A little bit
Yeah,
more
he's in.
to the bottom of the range. We might have to push up and take a little bit of drawdown.
I don't know about Powell, though.
15.
Yeah, but if we get out before she
Stop
starts
on this
speaking.
realistically would be if I want to put 15.
When does she start?
fairly safe,
8:30.
I might go a little bit more just 'cause I've been unlucky lately.
Oh, all right.
I might go
All right, I'm selling.
on this stock, this trade. I'm gonna put my stock in this. EMA now.
Oh, hell no. You went in?
VWAP, this is where we
Yep.
want to see a reaction. If we're going to be correct, the sellers are going to start getting some support here and push us back below. Just touching to the bottom of the 15-minute range. We want to see some support here from the selling. Get back towards that VWAP.
Yo. Let me see.
What?
For
Powell speaks in 17 minutes, family, so be careful, be cautious.
17 minutes.
Reaction here at these
If we close under this,
touching to the bottom of the 15
I'm getting
range.
in.
We got to see some support to see this EMA start curling back below and find some resistance. Is what we want to see for the continuation of the sell side.
that's
We
a
find some
continuation
support
for me.
and VWAP starts
For me to
breaking,
get
we're
in.
gonna be wrong on these 20 points, and we can easily start returning back inside of the
I'll
range.
get that. And then I'll go
Here we
for.
go. Let's see what the Nasdaq's got. Right now, it's looking like it's.
I'll
trying
go
to
for
find
60
support.
points.
Battling here. We're battling here at these
50.
375s, touching to the bottom of the 15-minute range. Really, if you wanted to be even safer, you could be above these fours, above this previous swing for your lockout. But I'm going to be above this one by a few points here. Want to see some reaction on this Nasdaq. The EMA is trying to make its way through. Sellers would have to step up pretty soon for us to be correct. Start taking out new lows here. Otherwise, we could easily be wrong on this. We should not take a long time here. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if we're going to be right, it should be right quickly. If we aren't right quickly, I'm going to be wrong. So
Yeah. If we're right, if this goes down, we gotta be right quick before 8.
if it's
in
not
15
gonna show us
minutes.
a quick reaction, then we're going to be wrong. So we got to see some immediate support back towards this VWAP. Continuing to auction like this would not be the best sign, but the fact that we're still showing some resistance at the bottom of the 15 gives me some support.
All right. I don't know if this guy knows what he's talking about.
We'll be either right or wrong here very quickly.
What guy? The guy I'm listening to?
Could easily go.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why? What did he say?
The EMA is
Oh
finding
no,
some
this
support
this
in the
green
VWAP.
candle just jumped out of nowhere.
Could
Okay.
continue.
All right. Maybe he does.
No, it's probably gonna go down.
Respecting the bottom.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it to go down too.
This should be heavy if we're going to be correct. Here's an EMA touch.
I get too nervous, man.
Support. If we're gonna be
How much
right
are you
correct,
in?
This should cut through the VWAP. It should be pretty
I'm
heavy.
up like $40, $50.
EMA try. We have any low.
Oh, one micro.
There's a VWAP attempt. Can we get this to close lower through there? This is what we wanted to see for us to be correct.
I gotta practice right now, you know.
Yeah.
Nice rejection of the 15. Can we get continuation? Want to see a nice closure. A no wick on this big black. You guys know the rules. Wait for all the information. Wait for the candle close.
All right. I'm
Order
in.
filled.
Bottom. It's almost enough for my break even. I'll wait for one more candle closure. I want to see a little bit more weight. There's a nice candle. Give me a
I'm gonna
nice
put one more in,
now.
I think.
Technically, to be done with these accounts, we would need to target somewhere like the 299s or no, the 5s. So
Get out of here, bro.
would be us full
What?
exiting on this, but I might not need to look for the full position. EMA
It's going back
still
up.
trying to give us some reaction. Nice Nice response from the buyers after getting a closure through the VWAP. I still have confidence in the direction after that reaction at the bottom 15-minute range. Gonna wait for another candle closure to put my break even on. If we have another one below VWAP, that confirms a sell for me. No matter what, put break even on. Stop by 10:02, 10:25. Yes, absolutely. 5 minutes before Powell. Absolutely. Good advice, Dave. Be careful because the Federal Reserve is talking, and they say they might lower interest rates. That could make the Nasdaq rise because companies would get cheaper financing. That's positive for the Nasdaq. Although as we're scalping, it could go down before it goes up. So be careful. I love Satomi. Fed's Miron, we can lower the short-term interest rate to offset the tightening effect to reducing the balance sheet.
All right, I got out.
Interesting.
You out?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
I know we've been hearing some back and forth from the Fed. They even chatted about possibly.
It was moving around too much, and I kind of messed up
Crazy what
anyways.
a couple weeks can do. We were in a very strong economic place prior to this.
Oh, damn.
Last month.
I didn't let it do its thing, so.
Crazy, obviously, with the
I'm
war,
still
with
in.
all the shenanigans of oil costs being expensive, it's really affecting global inflation. So that's why we're kind of considering increasing rates, but they just said that they might be cutting them depending on the reaction.
So how do you
I want to see
set
closure below the VWAP? If we continue to auction here, I might just put my
stop losses and
Same way.
things of that nature?
You click it, look. You click it. You just click anywhere. You see?
Start seeing these lows get hunted though.
Really?
Sell, buy. Yeah. See my stop
Oh.
losses right here.
Low to 32 is I'm gonna put our break even on.
I got you.
No
Okay.
need for unnecessary risk. Just start seeing new lows.
I need this.
I'll just start
This
seeing
to
a
close on the VWAP. Give me a little VWAP tap. Hey Siri, wake me up at 8:25.
Being the auction here, trying to decide where it wants to be.
I turned
at
on your
VWAP.
8:25 a.m.
I'm
alarm.
gonna try to get out of here by
Big line in the sand
8:25.
right now.
This trade.
Good
Dump
morning.
it, BBNW. Come on,
What
one
the
time.
fuck?
A big black no wick. We'll save our one times for when we're funded. Right now, we're just looking for a good trade. Want to see a support. We already got the reaction at the bottom of 15 that I wanted to see. So at this point, we're in a decent spot. I really should have my break even on after getting an attempt lower, but I want to see. I got to actually see these lows get taken out before I do. Got to leave risk on until that happens.
Yeah, I want to see this low be taken
Down,
out.
Azzy. Go do it for us.
I want this one taken out.
Pattern here that longs could also react. Again, we're at the VWAP, so guys, truly anything could happen at these prices.
This one needs to be taken
Powell
out.
comes on in 11
Oh,
minutes.
yup.
Like Dave said, if nothing
And then this
happens,
one
we
needs to be
continue
taken
auction
out.
Sideways. Ooh, maybe a new low. There's a new low. There's a break even. There's an official break even for us. And our full exit would be the 95s here. Sell 5 stops. Oh, no. Wait. What? Why is it 5 stops? Should you buy 5 stops? Or buy 5 limit? Durr, buddy. That would be our full exit, the 95s. I actually will come up in the 96s just because I don't want to have to look for. I don't want to be like.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna get off for the day, to be honest.
Nice candle.
Are you done?
Strong wick.
Yeah,
See that
I'm not gonna
candle
have time
there. Could be out of
after
fun. We'll see what
Powell's
happens.
done speaking.
Family, there's almost 60 people watching. We are.
Oh, why,
goals
you
for
have to do
40
something?
likes per stream. If y'all are
Yeah.
here showing some love,
Oh,
finding
shit.
any value in this community, join the comment section. Hop in. We have the best fucking community
Freaking
around.
speakers, bro.
And smash some love button. Get us that.
Dude, I should have fucking got out.
Nasdaq's trying to find some support back at the VWAP. That was a nice candle closure, or a candle, but a weak candle closure. Don't want to.
My P&L,
Makes me think
$3.
we're probably gonna get tagged out of this fund.
Your P&L is what?
But we'll see what happens. That
$3.
Finding a line in the sand.
Oh shit.
Feels like we're gonna start bouncing here.
That's what. Hey, a win is a win, Deontay.
TP.
Yeah.
Don't be laughing at my $3.
297s.
I'm not laughing. I said, oh shit.
My TP's
A win is a win, man.
Of the New York session. Gotta find some
Yeah.
support back at this VWAP though.
Well, all right then.
We're
Peace
locked
out.
Sideways.
All right, you have a good one.
Actually,
You
got
too.
top of the 15-minute range. I wanted that continuation to be a little bit stronger of a candle closure. That much of a wick is pretty bullish towards the lows like that. So we gotta wait. Gotta see what happens. Nice candle closure from those shorts though, keeping us below the VWAP. Anything below that 350 VWAP right now is nice. What is the max payout you can request from Lucid? I believe it's 10K. I think it's a 10K payout on these 50K accounts, but I'm not sure. I believe that's what it is though. And I think you can just do that consistently. I think it's 2K per account, Danny. You can run 5 accounts. I like the support at the VWAP. Anything below that, it looks decent for continuation lower. That wick obviously now is our new obstacle. We got to start seeing some auctioning through that. That's going to start providing some bids or signaling bids. So, Powell comes on in 9 minutes. Could be speaking about anything. EMA is trying to find some reaction back through the VWAP, but we got to wait for all the information. We could easily bounce and get a closure through the VWAP on the bull side. So, this new wick is going to be the obstacle. All the information will be there. We did touch into the EMA on the hourly chart. So that's what that return was. That's what we were looking for continuation. And now we just got to get a closure down here if we're going to be correct. Sellers just got to go ahead and get us a closure below towards this wick if we're going to be correct. Our break even's on, nothing to worry about. We either get some paid or we got to find another position. Made 3K in my new 150 XFA I blew last week. Back to funded on one account. Starting Lucy K 25Ks. The goal is 600 by 5. 3K in the new eval money to reinvest in the business. It is a business, GPT, and you're crushing it, King. Love seeing it, love hearing it. Up on the 150K. That's what I like to fucking see, baby. Use code TFF when you get those lucids, brother. I highly recommend to put Financial Juice Web on the screen while you trade. Satomi, Financial Juice Web. Look at the reaction there.
Stop field.
Found that wick, found some support, tagged us out for break even now. Gotta wait for another setup. Is that per cycle, like the 5 winning days? I think so, Danny. I do, but I believe you could also have a big winning day or a couple winning days and not have to worry about, like then the 5 winning days would just be, you know. But I believe, I'll have to look into it one more time. Great trade, Crank. I appreciate it, newbie. A little bit unlucky. Got tagged out there after finding support, but took a good opportunity. That's all we can do. I gotta take off my order down here now. Wait for another setup, wait for another chance. Right now we are starting to find some support through that VWAP, so where we get up to is the question. EMA's tried to get some support back to the sell side, but buyers found it. Powell comes on in 7 minutes. Protect yourselves. W family, trading for freedom. 100% GPT. Best community, best family around. Trading for that future, trading for that freedom. There's 54 people in here, family, showing some love. Means the most. Thank you for being here, spending time with this community. We the best music. Super close to our 40 like stream goal as well. Yeah, it's per cycle. Once you go live though, after 5, it's uncapped daily payouts. Nice. Yes, it's per cycle, 2K per account, minus their 10%. They are lightning fast on payouts. Great firm. Honestly, the way that we're auctioning here makes me want to try along, but I don't know if that's suicide. The way that we're auctioning here above VWAP makes me now want to try the long, but the rejection in the bottom of the 15-minute range is my deterrence. So they do have a wicked fast payouts, and then 2K per cycle, 9K payout max after their 10%. Might not go to school. I'm feeling nauseous as fuck. Take the day, Pobby. Surely one day won't change your system, your knowledge. Take the day, King. To my knowledge, they have the best live at the moment. I don't know. I haven't been there. I'll try it. I would try it. Hope you feel better, Pablo, and prayers, big dog, for sure. Let's go work. I do kind of really want to try it long here, family. I think we're going to get some volume. High time frame bear flag, but support above the VWAP is the interesting fact. Support above the VWAP is like, do I want to see that? How unlucky is our break even there, by the way? Are we serious? No. How unlucky is that break even right there, by the way? There's a glitch on YouTube right now. It says only 7 people here, but there's more. Top Step, it shows only 5 people watching over there. Yeah, YouTube is a little bit laggy right now. It really is. But for my chart, it says about 55 beautiful souls spending the morning together right now. That's what my chart's telling me. Weakness below the 15-minute range.
Hey Siri, wake me up at 8:30.
I turned on your
Powell comes on in 4 minutes. Protect yourselves. Look how unlucky my break even was, family. Are we serious? Is that the week that we're going to be doing together, NASDAQ? Are you going to be doing that to me? So all that means is I should have left risk on, right? My risk should have been above that swing high instead of my price. So that might be a better way to be taking those trades. But with where we're at, anything could happen. You got to always protect. Follow your rules. This is the week to follow your rules. If Lucid goes bankrupt next month, we know it was Danny, LOL. 100%. 100%. I love hearing it. If you're not in the trade, guys, consider waiting. Powell speaking. Expect a reaction. 100%, Pat. Look up the financial juice if you want to see fast what Powell says. So tell me, I appreciate the advice. Great advice, honestly. Keep things current while you're in the market. Everything up to date. Wild things can happen at any moment. But you're my financial juice, Satomi. You know what I mean? Give my guys some thumbs up, chat. Leon, you're the man. There's 57 beautiful souls. Here we go into this trend line. Do we find weight through it? I'm gonna take a
Stop filled.
One quick attempt at
Order
this.
filled.
Stops below this swing down here. So I want to see a reaction at this trend line. Otherwise, I'm just going to be wrong on this quickly by about 15 points. Risking a little bit here just to see a reaction. Also, like I told you guys, not my A+. This is not my A+ setup. But I do want to see this trend line give us a bounce. Or it's a bear flag breaking. One of the two. Feels like it could be a bear flag breaking, but, man. The way that we found this previous wick here makes me think maybe. But I do now see the reaction, not what I wanted to see. It should be quick. If we're going to bounce off this trend line, it should be fast. If we're going to bounce quickly. If not, we're going to be wrong immediately. There's an attempt. Buyers getting smashed, it looks like, by sellers right now, though. Smashing the sell button. And I think we're going to be wrong. 100%. Breaking through that bear flag.
Stop filled.
Now we have confirmation of where we're going. I'm joining these shorts now. Had to try a trend line bounce. I've seen that bounce many times. But now I just truly was that unlucky dude at this short there. See, there's the bounce. To expect volatility here. I'm the bottom tick hero today. I am the bottom tick, top tick hero today. No way you don't come back up in that EMA there, Nazi, right? Surely you go up in that EMA there, right, Nazi? Guys, the bear flag is breaking, giving me complete confirmation of where we're going. Giving me complete confirmation of where we're going. I'm gonna try to get in now a little bit lower than I would have before. 333s for my sell contract. Can we get tagged in, Nazi?
Order filled.
There's an EMA. If we come back up into this VWAP, there's a VWAP. I'm gonna try a second one up here. I love that we just pushed back through that trend line.
Let's go, bro. I'm fucking up
Start breaking back.
$900.
Contract. Can we just talk about for 1 second together, real fast as a family, Shirley, how I just got top ticked out of my bottom there. All right, bottom ticked out of the sell here, right? What, Nasdaq? Closure above VWAP. I'm out of this position. If we continue to get this reaction, I'll stay in it. This is what I expected to see off the trend line. And of course, we had to cut below that previous swing. This is what happens when you get volatility markets, family. You have to be willing to take a little bit bigger outside edges. Things can happen. Things can happen quickly. Like I said, I wanted to see a reaction off this trend line. This is what I wanted to see off the trend line. Instead, it happens, after we cut through. And then I wanted to see the continuation from here, but instead we had to go back to retest. So anything can happen, family. Anyone getting nervous, LOL, or just me? Nah, we'll keep the nerves out of it, Poppy. I wish, newbie, but I am trying to count. Can't go wrong with $65 with code TFF. Let's go, Danny. 100% Danny. You're gonna rob every penny from them. Closure above the VWAP. I'm gonna close this position. I want to find the sellers to react. The fact that we're back above the trend line isn't my favorite to see here. Anyone getting nervous? Good try. I got enough.
Let's see what Powell is speaking about, guys. Oh, it's a guy. Sell. Everyone's saying sell. Let's see what happens, bro. Everyone is saying sell. Everyone is saying sell.
Above our price is very bullish. Below our price is very bearish. Here comes the EMA. Here comes the VWAP. Not ideal. It's a trend line support. That's trend line support. Still wait for a closure above VWAP. Wait for all the information. That's all you can do here, family.
Alright, let's see what happens, guys.
Wait for all the information. Wait for the candle closures. Damn, see? Look at that wick. That's why.
It is my great pleasure to introduce the chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, Jerome Powell. Chair Powell's path to the pinnacle of economic policy was not paved with mathematical modeling in an economics doctoral program, but rather with a deep study of institutions and laws. Raised in Washington, D.C., he attended Princeton University, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts in Politics in 1975. He then attended Georgetown University Law Center. While earning his law degree, he also served as editor-in-chief of the Georgetown Law Journal, one of the world's most influential and prestigious legal publications. He then started a career of extraordinary impact and breadth. He distinguished himself first in the private sector, working in investment banking and private equity, notably as a partner at the Carlyle Group, while repeatedly answering the call for public service. He served with distinction as Assistant Secretary and then Undersecretary of the Treasury under President George H.W. Bush. In 2012, he returned to public service as a member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. His nomination to serve as chair in 2018 by President Donald Trump, and then his renomination to serve as chair by President Joe Biden in 2021, stand as testaments to his bipartisanship. Chair Powell approaches economic stewardship with a philosophy grounded in empirical evidence, institutional humility, collaboration, and public service. Like the greatest Fed chairs in our history, Paul Volcker, Ben Bernanke, Chair Powell advances the interests of our nation and not his own, sometimes at great personal cost. We are immensely privileged to have him share his insights today. Please join me in warmly welcoming the chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, Jerome Powell.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much.
So I'd like to start at the beginning of your career. You studied politics and then law, and then eventually pivoted from that to public service. Were you thinking about public service and economic policy making at the start, or did all of that come as a surprise later? And how did you decide to make the pivot when you were in the middle of your career?
Let me start by saying, David, thank you so much for having me, and thanks to all of you for being here today. It's great to be here. I've been looking forward to this. Yeah, so I took macro and micro my freshman year, and it wasn't as interesting to me at that age than some other things, so I wound up majoring in politics, actually specializing in Africa. It's fair to say that my freshman major was acoustic guitar. My parents gave me a Martin D35 for high school graduation. They must have regretted that because that's what I was really working on mostly. But I did finally figure out what I wanted to do. And when I graduated from college, I really had no plan, but I did have one thought, and that is to have a career in the private sector, but also to do public service intermittently. And I was thinking about people like George Shultz, who was famous, had many economic jobs, and others who had done those sorts of things. And I grew up in Washington, D.C. My parents were not, my dad had fought in World War II, and he had been a U.S. attorney, but they weren't people who were terribly plugged in politically. I was very interested, though, in those years in public policy and in trying to create a life that was partly private sector and partly public sector, and amazingly enough, that's kind of what happened.
Great. So now, jumping right to the present, we talk about the Fed as a unitary entity, but of course, the Fed is led by the Federal Open Market Committee. There are 12 voting members. You, despite being chair, only have one vote. And in normal times, there's a lot of consensus. Everyone's in agreement. Lately, there's been some disagreement. There's been votes to keep interest rates the same, but some members of the FOMC have decided instead to vote to decrease interest rates. How does the disagreement on the FOMC make your describe the path of economic policy going forward?
You know, I don't think of it as making my job harder. I think it's, and I've found throughout my career that when you have a really difficult problem, it helps to hear from all sides.
What do you got for us, PW?
And in a way, for example, when I was a private equity investor and I was looking at supporting a transaction that I wanted to do, I really wanted to hear from the smartest people. Tell me why it's a bad deal. Tell me now before we do it. And I just think you don't really know how much you believe in something until you've had somebody really try to take it apart. So I welcome that at the FOMC and at the Fed generally. And I think it helps us make better decisions. The Fed has had a tradition of governors not dissenting, but that's really not typical of other major central banks where there's more dissenting, or they're different, depends on the central bank. And to me, what matters is a dissent thoughtful? Is it helpful? Does it help? Does it express a point of view? Can you stand behind it and say, yeah, that's very thoughtful? And that kind of a thing is not bad. And it doesn't hurt with communications. You know, I think a situation like the present situation where, you know, there's sort of downside risk to the labor market, which suggests keep rates low, but there's upside risk to inflation, which suggests maybe don't keep rates low. You've got tension between the two objectives. And I think to try to expect unanimity at a time like that, where it's really quite historically challenging, it would almost be misleading to be really confident in which way that should go. In fact, it's been said that confidence is what you feel before you really understand the problem.
That's a crazy nice wick from the sellers.
Okay. Let's turn to the Fed's balance sheet. In 2008, 2009, that great financial crisis, there was a massive expansion in the Fed's balance sheet. And then again in 2020, under your leadership, there was a second vast expansion in the Fed's balance sheet to address these two economic and financial crises. The balance sheet has since come down a bit, but it still sits at over $6 trillion. So I'd like to hear your views on how efficacious this vast bond buying program has been, both in the 2008 and then again in the 2020 episode. And also
Order filled.
a reaction to the critics who say that the Fed has become too big a player in the bond market. The Fed has become too influential. There's been a muddying of, as according to the critics, of monetary policy and fiscal policy. Do they have a point, or are they wrong?
So I think the place to start with that is to the problem that people were struggling with from about 2008 to 2022, let's say, in central banking everywhere in the world is once you've cut interest rates to zero, do you have anything else you can do? Let's say you cut interest rates to zero and the economy is still clearly not flourishing and it wants more support. So do you just say, well, we're done, we're out of ideas here? And there were two ideas that were followed in the global financial crisis, one of which was to buy assets, longer-term assets, and what you're doing there is you're buying longer-term government-guaranteed securities, which would hold down longer-term rates, and that should stimulate the economy. Or also forward guidance, which would tend to hold down forward rates as well, or just rates generally. So we did those two things rather than do nothing. And I think in the first instance, they were both efforts were successful at restoring market function and at restoring financial stability. At the beginning of the global financial crisis and the pandemic, we had massive problems of market function. They were solved. I think the question, getting to your question, David, of the macroeconomic effects is a much more, much less certain question. I don't think there is an accepted answer, but I would just say there's an oceanic quantity of research on this, and overall it tends to find that buying long-term assets does lower interest rates and does provide some support for economic activity.
What's your profit target?
And I guess I'd be in the camp of thinking that there's something in that, but it's hard to quantify it. And I think different people have different views on how much those effects could be. The other side of it is, QE is thought by the critics to risk all kinds of other things. So, for example, you could buy too much of the Treasury market and it would stop functioning well. We have not seen that here. At the very beginning, there was the thought that it would be inflationary.
Order
we have
filled.
not seen that, or that it would threaten financial stability or even create inequality. So we haven't really seen the downside risks. At the same time, the last thing I'll say is, I remember before I took over as chair thinking, I'll almost certainly never have to do quantitative easing. So what's that expression? Man plans and God laughs, something like that. So it just, the pandemic came around and we needed to do a lot of asset purchases in a big hurry, and we did. So far, no Treasury Department has ever said, stop doing that, you're supporting the economy too much. Maybe that'll happen someday, but it hasn't happened yet.
So let's talk about the dynamics of inflation since the spike in 2022. Inflation has been coming down since then, but it still hasn't reached its 2% target. Some have argued that that last mile is extremely difficult, and to obtain that, we will need a recession. Others have argued that you've gotten us very close and you'll get us the rest of the way. Are you concerned about the time duration of the path from the high inflation of 2022 back to target? It's taken time. We're not there yet. Is that a destination we'll reach, or are you concerned that the last mile will prove very difficult?
So we will reach, the FOMC is and will continue to be committed to getting inflation back to 2% on a sustained basis. That's the place to start. So I feel like we had pretty much gotten there at the end of 2024 against the predictions of almost the entire economics profession. When we raised rates a lot and very quickly in 2022, 100% essentially of economists were forecasting a recession. We didn't have one. Actually, we had 23 and 24 were both very strong years as the supply side healed and as our higher rates had some effect on inflation. So by 2024, you had the economy growing at 2.5%. You had inflation in the 2 plus a few tenths on a 12-month basis by the end of the year. And you had the employment market. You still had the labor market at essentially full employment. So I would call that a soft landing. We had it there. Then since then, we've had to face a much smaller source of inflation, which is the tariff inflation is visible, and we think it's really just a one-time price increase. That's been our thinking since the beginning. Right now, we think it's adding somewhere between a half and a full percentage point to inflation, but that's a much smaller thing than we saw during the pandemic inflation. And and of course now we're facing events in the Middle East which will certainly affect gas prices, and we feel like our policy is in a good place for us to wait and see how that turns out.
No.
Let me turn to the current crisis in the Middle East and the effect on energy prices. Indeed, this classroom is familiar with that question from the last problem set, where we asked, how would you advise the Fed to respond to the rising price of oil? And we teach that when there's a demand shock, it's a pretty natural set of recommendations that emerge for the Fed. But when there's a supply shock, like this energy price shock, there's trade-offs that the Fed has to juggle. How do you make those trade-offs in general, and how do you make those trade-offs in this particular instance? And can you help everyone with their piece?
Well, maybe they should tell me. Sure. So you start with what you said. Our tools work on demand. Higher rates will tend to moderate demand, lower rates will tend to stimulate demand. And when you have a supply shock, our tool doesn't have meaningful shorter-term
bounce out of here.
Supply. So,
go up to view off, so I don't feel so
when you have a supply shock, the first
targeted,
question is, do you
so
respond
personal.
to it?
There it
The
is. There's the
classic
spot. There's the
question has
view
been
off.
around energy.
As long as you're trying to find some
Just
support
in
down here,
general,
we're trying to
not really
pick it
speaking
up.
about the current
Here's a
situation,
view op
but
attempt.
We'll get to that, I guess.
Does that give us more loading confirmation?
Energy shocks have tended to come and go pretty quickly. Monetary policy
Suppression
works
below the
with
view
long
op. I
and
never
variable
really like
lags,
to take
thankfully.
trades
And so
or
by the
longs
time
below
the
view op,
effects
but I might
of
try this
tightening
one.
in monetary policy take effect, the oil price shock is probably long gone.
Powell must have said something, huh?
You're weighing on the economy at a time when it's not appropriate. So
Powell must have said
the
something,
tendency
huh?
is to look through any kind of a supply shock, but a critical, essential aspect of that is you have to carefully monitor inflation expectations, because you can have a series of these supply shocks, and that can lead, the public generally, businesses.
Powell must have said something, huh? Let's fucking go. 3K payout, 3 payouts back to back. Let's go, D.
Why wouldn't they?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Awesome stuff. Hey, Tyler, by the way, on my computer, your music is a little higher than your voice, Tyler.
Also, in the
It's a little hard to hear. Is that true?
The whole broader context, and the broader context is we're still.
How's the audio, family?
Coming
Do you guys
down
hear me
close
or no?
to 2%.
Should I turn my music
We've
down?
never actually, gotten right and stayed at 2%. So it's been a
He
while.
said interest rate isn't going to be low and oil is going
We're very
up.
mindful of that fact. Inflation
Indeed.
expectations do appear to
Yeah,
be
the
well
market's
anchored beyond the
moving.
short term, but nonetheless, it's something. As
Good when you're
people
talking in your
eventually
mic.
Maybe face the question of what to do.
Well,
we're not really facing.
It's not
it yet
ideal.
because we don't
Powell
know
just
what
said if you're watching, make sure to smash that like button.
But we'll certainly be
Powell
mindful
just
of that broader context of it.
Were you the one that mentioned third payout with Lucid was
You've
slow?
been
Did
a
you get that?
powerful and vigorous defender of the
Good for me.
independence of the Fed.
Good for me
respect
too,
to
because
monetary
this market
policy.
is tough to catch right
You've
now.
also been collaborative with administrations with respect to financial regulation. So, under President Biden,
Suppression below the
you've
view
worked
op isn't
for-
ideal there. Makes
collaborated
me
in
think
a
we're going to get
program of
continuation of the
increasing
south
regulation.
side.
Under President Trump, you've worked together to reduce regulation. So, on the one hand, we've got an independent Fed with respect to monetary policy, and on the other hand, we have a collaborative
Makes
Fed
me think we
with
might be
respect
getting
to
some
financial
continuation.
regulation.
I kind of want to size
I
up
don't
into
think
10
there's a
contracts, but I
tension
know I
there. Can you
shouldn't,
explain
family,
to us
right?
the two
Right?
different
Right?
approaches and how you understand them?
Yes. So, start with monetary policy. I think there's pretty broad consensus.
Right?
in
Like, I
both
shouldn't do
political
that,
parties
right?
On both
It's
sides
not
of
good
Capitol
trading
Hill.
out of me,
And our
huh?
oversight, by the way, is Congress, not the administration. But pretty broad agreement that on monetary policy, the Fed needs to be.
We're getting weird information on these charts.
Not
This is
react
kind of
to
whiplashy.
political, things at all. We just need to do our job and stick
This
to
is
our
like the
knitting.
golf club pattern
Regulation
on a
is a
higher
little bit
time
different,
frame.
especially since
You should be able to
Dodd-Frank,
short
where
any
the Dodd-Frank
highs.
Act created something called the Vice Chair for Supervision, who has a specific statutory assignment.
I don't imagine Powell
which is
saying
to
anything that we
oversee
didn't
all
know
of
already,
supervision
which to me would
and
indicate
also
bearish.
set the agenda for regulation. So the Vice Chair for Supervision.
He's not going to say anything that we didn't
if she
already
wants
know
to
/ expect.
propose a change in, for example, the Basel III Accords as implemented in the United States.
This will be my
She has to
last
bring
trade.
that
I'm
to
gonna go
the
10
Board of Governors,
contracts.
which is the 7 governors.
And I'm going to go at
and vote
the
for it. But she has full control over
29,
supervision.
sell 10
So,
limit. Stop's
as
going to be
chair,
above this VWAP
you know,
swing.
the whole
We're going to look to see if we can get some love.
is to be non-political and not, you know, never working.
And then I got to maybe
against
pull these up
any
on my
political
Lucid as
party
well.
or
And there's so many
individual,
minutes here
or
left.
You're never even considering things.
Come
like
on,
that.
Nazi.
So
Give me a little chance.
I think the way the law works is the chair
Don't sell off without
should
me.
allow the vice chair for supervision to carry out the role that Congress
sell
has
off without
assigned to
me,
that
Gallagher.
person by statute.
Come
And
on,
that's
I'm
what
your
that
friend. I got a
is.
bus to
you'll
catch.
see- And you know, the
cold out
two
here.
parties really have a big difference on regulation now.
I got to get on a bus,
So
please.
I like to think that the chair should always
6
be
hours on my
someone
third payout,
who's
Santiago.
working to-
Let's go.
Without regard to
The problem is the
political, it should be
distrust and
therefore
uncertainty
a person
about
who can be
everything, even
reappointed
though
by either side.
they are
That's
saying
always
inflation
been
is
the case.
stable.
It's been-
We don't know the economic
Ben
effects the
Bernanke was
current situation will
reappointed, I was
have.
reappointed.
Glad to hear it.
And I think
They have been my
it's a
fave
good
lately.
test of the Fed's
Yes, I remember
bipartisanship,
oil is
that
too much.
European
Oil
is
up,
really
it can
bipartisan.
cause a
I
global
think that's
recession, and so no one wants that.
So
So
if
they
you're
will
gonna-
say to
if
try
I
to
were to try
move
to
oil
impose
down
my
and make us
personal
now
views
go
on
up to SPY
regulation,
2.
that
That's
would
what their
really
goal
be
is.
more. So I
100%
think
That's what they
there's a-
want.
I don't wanna
But
say
the reaction, the reality is,
any chair
you can't
needs
lie to
let the
us.
vice chair for
Powell, at
supervision
least.
take the lead on
Trump,
those issues, and not
different
a
story.
voter is what
But
I-
Powell typically doesn't lie about the economic affairs, so he
talk
won't
about
say anything that's not,
Dodd-Frank and
like I said, that we don't
reforms
already
to the
know,
financial system.
and that doesn't indicate possibly
2008 was
continuation of
a
the sell
terrible
side here.
crisis,
We'll
and there
see.
were many
I'm trying at
efforts
2
made
contracts at
in
the
the
329s,
years
risking
afterwards
about
to tighten the
30
bolts and
points
create
total, 15
a safer
points per
financial system,
contract.
less prone to these kinds
Can we
of
get a fill?
events.
Actually, I should probably
But
risk a little
today
bit
we
more.
look out at the world and we see lots of threats, both inside the formal banking system that you regulate.
It
and
feels
in
like
the
no. It feels like we're getting
non-bank
suppression
financial
below this
system,
EMA.
which is lightly or not at all regulated.
Back at this 300 whole
Wanted
number,
to have
anything could
your
happen.
Thoughts on whether we're in a position of relative safety after all the
Back at the
Dodd-Frank
300
and other
whole number,
reforms
anything can happen.
following the
6 hours is a long
2008
time. They've
financial
always been
crisis, or
faster than
whether
MFF
new
for me.
threats
It's like instant.
actually
Hope I don't have an issues
brought
when I
us to
request
another
tonight.
period
I don't think
of
you will, Queen.
concern. And just to
I hope you
illustrate
don't
with a
either.
couple examples,
I don't think you will.
inside the banking
Can we get to the
system,
329s?
there's
That's where I'm
real
looking
estate
for a
that has
sell
fallen in
contract
value.
continuation.
That affects both the banking system and non-banking financial institutions. We have the private credit market and a very active debate about its health. We have concerns about cybersecurity. and
Come
the
get me,
AGA
Queen.
of AI. Do you worry that
Come get me.
another
One
financial
time. Get up
crisis
there.
is out there?
And
Of
then
course,
sell off
there's
once you
always a
tag me in.
possibility, but is it something that's a issue of
Stops are going to be
high
above the
alert, or
VWAP on this
do you feel
position,
that
or
we're
really above these
putting all the
40s,
pieces in the right places?
53s.
You know, after the global
Looks like I
financial
might get
crisis,
filled. It's a good
we
bullish
actually
candle.
started a new
Gotta
division
get
called
the reaction,
Division of
though.
Financial Stability, and their
And I still got to
job
try to
is
flip
be,
over to my Lucids as well.
You know, sort of the watchers of all financial stability issues all the time. So we're not. The old system was a crisis arrives, we get the team together, and we battle.
Maybe
the crisis.
VWAP
This
is where
much
we
more
auction
of
one
an
more time
ongoing
before
monitoring
selling
thing
off?
with
I
a
don't
framework
know.
that can
Order
be set.
filled.
Just got tagged in.
So,
We're in 2
I would say,
contracts. You got to be careful on
after
our
the
stops
global
here. Got to be
financial
consistent.
crisis,
Got to be
which
disciplined.
happened when you all were extremely young.
Buy 10 stops, and we want to
with-
see a
between
reaction quickly
Dodd-Frank
here
and-
from the
and the Basel
Nasdaq.
agreements, we pretty dramatically
I want
raised
to see a
the
quick
amount of
selling
capital
reaction if we're going to be
liquidity,
right.
that the largest firms and other banks have. And I think that's been a good thing. I think they're
Surely.
also much
It's got to be
sort of
quick.
more transparent and more aware of their risks.
I want to see
and that
all
kind
the
of thing.
suppression
So
get suppressed.
I think we've significantly hardened the system.
We're at the 29s. What do I need? I need
The
90,
kinds
so I
of
need
things that
45
happened in the
points from
global
here.
financial
It could be the
crisis where you
30s,
had a lot of credit
the
losses really around
287s or so,
mortgages.
like the new lows.
And that's
Or back to
so
the lows.
that kind of a situation we've got
Buy
well
10 limit.
capitalized.
That's
large
would be
banks.
ideal for me. The 87s, 13,
But that's just one part of the
30,
financial system.
43, 44. This is pretty
capital
close.
markets. The U.S. has.
Can we get a reaction
by
through the
far the
CMA now,
largest
Nazi? Get
capital
heavy.
market
There it
sector
is.
relative
Close
to
through
the
there.
banking
Wait for all the
sector.
information.
Other countries still have a much bigger.
I want to see a
banking
closure
sector
through that
relative to the
EMA.
capital
Start seeing these
markets.
300s get broken
And,
that
you
down
know,
again.
That's going to be less well regulated, and that's a good thing. You want it to be.
Almost
in a
put our
place
break
where,
even
you know,
on
where,
soon.
where
We are in
biotech
2
companies can do
contracts. We got to be a little bit
IPOs,
careful.
And they may or may not succeed, but they can get capital.
I want to see this
and
weight
that
get
market,
continued
you know
though.
you're
Don't want to see
taking
a
all
wick
the risk,
here.
but
Wick here would be
great
no
things
bueno
happen
for our
because
position.
people put money into biotech. So we've done some hardening of that, but we shouldn't be trying.
should
to
have some weight if we're gonna
regulate
be
risk out of
correct.
Existence. But so I think, and we did fix some of the things that broke in the global financial crisis and the pandemic. We did address.
Here comes the 310s,
The real thing,
312s.
though,
300
is
whole number is going to be the interesting spot
sorry,
here.
the financial sector
Closing above
is
the
just
EMA is not my
always
favorite
evolving
there. It's a pretty,
rapidly.
it's an
And
interesting reaction.
I think
Gotta wait for all the
vigilance is
information,
what
and
you
that's
need.
the
You just
information
need
that we
to always
got.
know that there's another thing coming, and so
Here we
I
go,
think
back
in
up into our
particular,
price
we've
now.
had all kinds of financial crises.
Tagged
but
out
we've
for what
never
would have been
really
break
had a
even if I put it
successful
on.
cyber attack on a large financial utility, let's say, or financial
Back at
institution.
these 330s, are we gonna get any
That would be
reaction
quite a
here
different
from these
thing.
sellers?
You know, if people are going to lose money,
Targeting, you gotta get through that 300 level. That's gonna be the
we have
real
a
sticky
hugely
spot.
Resilient, financial system now. It's more. Let me say this: it's more about resilience than it is
Here
about
comes some
avoiding
volume.
crises. One of our former people that used to say that we're in the levee building business. not
Through the
hurricane
VWAP would be no
prevention
bueno
business,
for us.
right?
If we're gonna
So,
get any reaction, it's gonna be there.
Hurricanes, and they're going to come, and you just have to assume
If the sellers
you know
even
what
get up there, I
direction
don't wanna
the
see
nature of
that.
it will be. So you want highly resilient.
There's a VWAP tap. Got to see a reaction from our
We can
friends,
have that,
otherwise this
but
trade is completely
again,
over.
Nobody who's in that business will ever give you.
Doesn't feel
green
good
light.
down
They'll
here,
always say,
honestly.
These are the risks, and we got to monitor. You
Wait
mentioned
for all the
private
information,
credit.
but this is
So
not
private
looking
credit is something
bueno,
you
to be
guys-
honest
you
with
guys
you.
are probably following.
Another VWAP tap.
It's a relatively small part of
Sellers
of a
have to
very
pop in
large
here if we're going to be correct.
Asset pool. We're watching it super carefully, as everyone is. We're talking to the people in the industry and investors
Wow.
and everything. I think we understand it. We're monitoring it.
Stop
We're
filled.
looking for things that might lead.
Oh
to
my fucking
transportation
word.
losses
Cannot
to
find
the
it.
Banking system.
Just cannot
And,
find
we're
it.
gonna do that.
This is what you
Again, you're
get.
not
Just
gonna hear
complete
people
chop
say,
in the
"Oh,
bottom
there's
of the
no problem
range.
here,"
It's
because
crazy.
That's a jinx. But nonetheless, it's something that we're following very carefully.
Like, really?
What is
Like I said, he's not saying anything that we don't know.
in your
Yeah, I was
time
curious.
spent
My first 2
here?
weeks was like
And on the
5
other
minutes.
hand,
Congrats, and I think Ty is right.
what is
All
something
will,
that you're very proud of?
all will be well, and you'll have
You
free
know,
money Friday on
one
Wednesday. I'll
regrets
see how
I
big,
don't allow
how long it
myself
takes for me
the
to
luxury
tonight
of
tomorrow's
that.
stream.
I think it's
You're
really
gonna get paid
important
quickly,
that-
I believe.
that, in my job, I'm focused on.
Well, we have
the
700 bucks in
windshield and
drawdown.
not
Might as
the
well
rearview
try it.
mirror. And so
I'm not gonna leave
I
that
know
for
I'm
tomorrow.
tempted to say regrets. I've had a few.
Although it does feel like longs are officially trying to find a bid down here. Feels like longs are trying, but I just don't believe